Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the TCU Horned Frogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth might be small, but it is mighty. Seating 46,000 fans, the purple smoke, the engine horn blaring, the Frogs get it going on game day in Fort Worth. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Horned Frogs ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go on the attack first. And here comes Julian Sayes. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Working the big fella downfield and outside. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Say it. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Saying back to the air. Here comes the heat. Fires on the move. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Jackson. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the back in the middle. Turning it on. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he's going to try to return this one. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So TCU's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The deep.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Running behind that left side. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Caught over the middle. It's James. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Horned Frogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Jackson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Play fake, say it. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Payne. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here comes the option. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Under fire. Oh, he's got some space. Great awareness. Picks up the 1st down and slides at the exact right moment. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The hand to the running back. Give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Looking to throw, it's Craig. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Bringing the heat. And down he goes.
Hey, this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Here's a heat. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. It's caught. Breaks into the open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw. Wideout trying to get it in. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a 1st down. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going to the running game. Creates a little room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. Play fake, Julian Say It. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Throw it, Say It. This time on target. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Again, it's Say It. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Say It. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their 1st. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. To the air, it's Craig. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space for the 1st down. Wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. Wide open on the right. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Shoots it to the left. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game.
Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Open on the left side is Smith. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So the quarterback stood in there and took that hit, and it pays off with a roughing the passer penalty and a 1st down. Sayin. He hurls one deep down the left side. Goes high to pull it in. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're working that left side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to pass. It's Craig. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Quick completion on the out. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He lets it fly. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Back to pass, it's Craig. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's
looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to keep it in the air. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And the offense goes at it again. He's already got 5 catches, Jesse. So this quarterback, he looks like he's locking in on this guy. And the defense, I think they kind of got a clue and made a big play.
You're absolutely right, David. As a quarterback, you got to be careful. You don't predetermine who you're going to throw to. This guy's been uncoverable so far. So I get it. You want to get him more touches, but you have to let the coverage dictate who gets the football. Give the defender credit that time. He knew where the ball was going. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him pay for it, taking it all the way to the house.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Horned Frogs are facing 3rd and inches. Fires to the big fella. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Wants to go right back downfield. And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Racing to the right. The 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense putting points on the board.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Dumps it to the back. Makes the catch. It's Payne. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Trying to get behind the defense. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the grab and room to run. Out of bounds right on the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Horned Frogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. He's not afraid to go deep. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Jackson.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Throwing St. Clair. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, TCU!
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. They go play action with St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now on the counter. Finding some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take what... Gonna take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Payne. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
The Horned Frogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
A At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. 3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they're not on the same page there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Got a man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. They get to him as he throws. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Under fire. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense has gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Throwing right. It's caught downfield. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. TCU calls its 2nd timeout. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.